What I just learned about here has to be one of the most insane, vile plans I've ever heard of, and it was actually attempted. Two men were training for what has to be one of the most unhinged ideas ever thought of. Like, the Lord, when he gave humans brains, didn't think they'd be capable of concocting something so fucking absurd. I'm actually struggling to find the words to even set the stage here for what I'm about to show you, so I'll just instead use a hand gesture. It's a big thumbs down moment. This shit is foul.
A federal grand jury indicted two North Texas men accused of plotting to invade a foreign island, kill the men, and take the women as sex slaves.
Prosecutors say one of the men enlisted in the Air Force to get military training he thought he needed. Fox 4's Blake Hansen.
I know that intro hits you like a fucking knuckle sandwich because it's so preposterous, but it's actually just the tip of the iceberg here. And they left out a very big key detail. According to the official press release, these two lunatics were also planning to take the children as sex slaves as well. So these two Jeffrey Epstein commandos here were planning to invade an island nation, murder all of the men, and take the women and children as their sex slaves. And one of them literally joined the Air Force in order to receive training to better help them carry out this plan. This shit sounds like something P. Diddy would have cooked up while playing with G.I. Joe action figures or something. Like, these guys were very serious about this. They were actually doing everything they could to carry out this island invasion and murder and kidnapping.
In our newsroom tonight with these stunning allegations, Blake.
Yes, Stephen Heather, federal prosecutors say the suspects didn't plan to go it alone. In fact, the feds say they plan to recruit people who are homeless in Washington, D.C. to serve on their, quote, expeditionary force and take over a small Haitian island. The grand jury indictment handed up today charges 21-year-old Gavin Weisenberg from Allen and 20-year-old Tanner Thomas from Argyle.
Now, there's no picture of Tanner that's available at the moment, but the mugshot there that exists of Gavin, he looks like a psychopath. That guy looks like he has a screw loose. It looks like he is like biologically evolved to be the quintessential caricature of a freak that has these like crazy, heinous ideas. And like I said, this is something they took so seriously that they were even planning out how to recruit homeless people to join their ranks to storm the beaches of the island that they were going to invade so they could start slaughtering the men there.
With conspiracy to murder, maim, or kidnap in a foreign country, as well as a charge of production of child pornography.
I told you, that intro was just a crumb. That doesn't even scratch the surface to the depths of depravity that these two men has sunk to. Like, these are evil, rotten to the core fucking monsters. So there is also a charge of child pornography production here, which I imagine none of you are surprised to hear, given that these two men planned on kidnapping the women and children as sex slaves for themselves.
Record Joe Weisenberg was booked into the Collin County Jail in July. We've not been able to find a mugshot for Thomas. Prosecutors say he was in the U.S. Air Force at the time. The place they are accused of plotting to invade is called Gonave Island. It is part of the Republic of Haiti. It's not small. In fact, that island has about 87,000 residents. Prosecutors say Weisenberg and Thomas plan to lead that expeditionary force by sailboats to the island, murder the men, take control of the island, and then turn the women into sex slaves.
If you did whippets every second of every day for the entirety of your life, I don't think you could kill enough of your brain cells to hatch a plan this unhinged. They planned to lead an expeditionary force via sailboat to this island composed of these two, Gavin and Tanner, plus whatever homeless men they were able to rope into this scheme, and take on 87,000 people. These delusional piss stains thought they were built like Goku or something. That is crazy. Like, fucking Thanos would struggle to beat 87,000 people on his own. Like, it is so unbelievably outrageous that it's hard to even come to terms that this was something they were really trying to do. Like, I can't stress that enough, that this wasn't just some, like, crackpot crazy idea. They were taking steps to actually carry it out. Like, one of them joined the Air Force. And you know how they just mentioned that their plan was to go via sailboat? Well, get a load of this. They had planned all of that, too. They were legitimately dedicating their lives to this invasion.
According to prosecutors, the feds say the plan dates back to August of last year. They say Weisenberg enrolled in a Rockwall Fire Academy to learn command and control protocols, but flunked out in February. They say he then traveled to Thailand to learn how to sail, but didn't enroll in the school due to the cost.
Dipshit Gavin may have been unsuccessful in all of his endeavors, but he did try to learn things to contribute to the invasion effort that they were scheming. So he enrolled in a fire academy to try and learn command and control prompts. He flunked out. He then also was going to learn how to sail via courses in Thailand, but then didn't enroll because he couldn't afford to, I suppose, or was probably too busy spending his money on blow and chicken tendies. But he did, dedicate time to trying to learn these things for this invasion plan. His whole life was revolving around trying to be better equipped for this invasion effort that they were plotting.
The feds say Thomas, meanwhile, enlisted in the Air Force in January and in March changed his station assignment from Germany to Maryland to better coordinate the invasion and recruit the homeless population in D.C.
While Gavin was sucking the mean dick of failure, Tanner, on the other hand, was successful in enlisting in the Air Force and getting this military training to contribute to their efforts here. He changed his station so he could be better equipped to find homeless people to recruit for this too. Both of these men were legitimately dedicating their entire lives to this. This was something they were going to actually follow through on. Tanner moved to an area to better coordinate, plan, and recruit these homeless people for that plan. This is something they were going to do. Now, obviously, I'm sure you don't have to be a mathematician, you don't have to be, fucking Poindexter, a wizard with numbers, to know that if they did truly arrive at Gonav with the intent to murder all of the men there, they themselves would have been killed pretty quickly, I imagine, as they would anywhere in the world if they just come, like Yosemite Sam firing from the hip, just killing a bunch of people. They themselves would have been killed very quickly. But the fact is, they would have taken innocent people with them. And that is completely unacceptable. So even though under no circumstances would this invasion have ever actually gone the way they planned, it would have no doubt led to the loss of life.
We reached out to attorneys listed for Weisenberg and did not hear back. We could not find attorneys listed for Thomas. Prosecutors say they face up to life in prison if convicted on the conspiracy to murder charge.
I have a hunch that Tanner probably represented himself. I have no evidence to back up that thought process there, but these two sound just so fucking off their gourd that I actually think Tanner probably is representing himself here in this case. But anyway, they are facing potentially life in prison. 100% they need life in prison. Plus they also have that separate production of child pornography charge. Lock them away forever. Absolutely. By stopping them here, they prevented a tragedy from happening. No doubt in my mind. When I heard this, when I watched this segment here, I was stunned. This has to be one of the craziest stories I've learned about in quite a while. So I just wanted to put this on your radar. That's really about it. See ya.